This is a quick book review of Ordines, or Ordines Descendens. Alright? Now, this book, the best way I'm going to review this book, I'm going to compare it to something that is known in popular culture. I'm going to compare it to a ShamWow infomercial. Alright? Now, the reason why specifically a ShamWow infomercial is because ShamWow is awesome. I've used it before, it kicks ass. But the delivery for it, infomercials in general just suck. You know, you've got these people out there that's like, I used the product, it worked for me, you know. And you've got just a whole bunch of bullshit like, this is the real deal, except no substitutes. That is very much what is in this book. First of all, before I go any further, look at this. Oh, look, blank page. Okay, there's some text on this side. But what about this? Okay, another blank page, more blank pages, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so there's a lot of filling in on this book. And speaking of filling in, this book also goes into great detail about who John Dee was and who Edward Kelly was and all their experiments. And, you know, that's fine if you want to rehash it. And also the Enochian System. It does a lot of explaining of the Enochian System, which, if you were the real deal, you know, if this book was the real deal, it would have just stated, you know, this book can be found, you know, all this information can be found in other texts, look up, see also the angelic order. But no, it goes into great detail about the Enochian System and then goes into the hierarchy, which is even more filler. The product that is found inside this book kicks ass. But the delivery and all that shit just sucks. For example, this book tries to make itself out to be the lost book of John Dee, which happened to have surfaced in 2007, and the people that owned the original copies, or reconstructed it from the originals because they were so damaged from age. Said, oh, it was so evil, we just decided to burn it afterwards. So, you know, your credibility is already in the shitter. The author who put this together remained anonymous. The only thing we have to go on is the publishing company, Midian Books, which is where I bought their supposed last final copy. And they gave it to an occultist friend of theirs that came back and said, I tried it and this is fucking dynamite. Well, that's great, but who are you? And whatever. It's just like those infomercials. You see somebody come out like, I tried it and it worked. And it's like, okay. You know, so we have blank pages that are a lot of filler. We have people that come out that say, oh, I tried it and it works. And then we have this fake story about how this was supposedly the lost work of John Dee, although, you know, it was so evil we had to burn the original copy and all this crap. Trying to pass itself as something that it's not. And, you know, that's just complete and utter garbage. However, what we do have in here, which I want to bring to light, is that we have different watchtowers. We have many different kinds. I'm going to bring up a picture right now. Okay, so what we have here also is, besides the unified tablets, all of that, we have Palace of Night, the Palace of the Blood, and down here, the Palace of the Kingdom, and the Palace of the Bright One. So we have a completely different system here. And the way that these tablets are also set up, the different hierarchies, the ranks of the infernal hierarchy, the 4 great infernal names of Satan, the 4 great princes of hell, the 24 dukes of hell, the counts of the crux inversus, presidents of hell, marquises of hell, and earls of hell, and finally imps. Okay, so a completely different set. And the keys in and of themselves are... Oh, before I even get into the keys, excuse me. The way that these tablets are set up, these different verses, if you can see that closely, those are upside down crosses. Those are inverted crosses to represent the descending hierarchy, which... This truly is a paradigm of pure inversion. This is definitely something new and something different, something that was totally created, although what sucks about it trying to be passed off as something that it's not. They're trying to add an air of mystery and authenticity, which completely fails. Listen to the differences in which the keys were written. We have one of the first angelic keys. It says, O you sons of fury, the child of the just, which sit upon 24 seats, vexing all creatures of the earth with age, which have under you 1636. Behold the voice of God, the promise of him who is called amongst you fury or extreme justice. Move therefore and show yourselves. Open the mysteries of your creation. Be friendly unto me, for I am the servant of the same your God, the true worshipper of the highest. And that's an English translation of the 14th key from the Golden Dawn system. A lot of these were Elizabethan D written for the angelic. But then you have, look at this newer translation for the descending hierarchies. Listen to this. The spirits of a mighty palace are under thy unspeakable name, spirit of the burning flames. I bind unto my voice thy strong obedience, ye mighty dragon of creation, thou all-powerful Lucifer, Lord Satan, who is called Wormwood. Hearken unto thy servant, Lord of the earth, and come to me in your strength. Bring with thee the power to govern over thy cursed creatures of terror. Be thou true, therefore, under whom are the 4 strong towers of thy kingdom of lamentation. The secret wisdom of 666 fiery horns is measured amongst the stewards of thy great mysteries. Come, come, I say, ye true Lord of the ages of earth. Your creation is made the second beginning amongst us who are numbered as your true servants. Now, if this were a text of old, if this were from the Elizabethan era, don't you think it would have the same kind of poetry and prose like it had in the angelic one that I just read? Clearly not. This thing surfaced in 2007, and it is a product of its time. This is a more modern grimoire, a more modern system which was created. And for it to try to pass itself off as something much older and to put all of this filler in is just insulting to my intelligence. One final place in which this book, one personal offense again that I take with this book is that at the end it says, because this system is so powerful and so potent, you need to protect yourself, again with circles and with God names. Look at that, Yahweh, Adonai. So for me personally, that is a little bit easier to dissect though. I will give it credit there. You can easily throw that out and create your own system. If you want to create a circle, you can, but as a Satanist, you're dealing with a different mindset, so this can be tossed out easily. That's the one problem I have with this system, is they say, okay, use this, but to me, that's optional, and that's a personal thing. In conclusion, like I've been saying throughout this entire review, the product itself is found throughout this book. The descending hierarchy is awesome. It's badass. But you have to weed through a lot of fucking bullshit in order to get there. So, 50-50.